Hi, I'm Justin Keay, Field Specialist in Horticulture for MU Extension. I'm going to give a brief overview today on planting cereal rye for fall cover and vegetable systems. This Managing Cover Crops Profitably Handbook, which you can see the image of there, has a lot of great information. If you want to learn more, we're going to link to this publication in the description of this YouTube video so you can check out more resources. Planting cover crops for winter cover have a number of different benefits. Erosion protection is just one of them. Cover crops can also do a great job of suppressing weeds, both spring and fall germinated. They can improve soil characteristics and build soil organic matter as well. With rye, we have a big planting window in Missouri. We can plant as early as mid-August and as late as mid-November. However, earlier establishment will favor a more dense winter cover of the soil. In all reality, the planting dates are often dictated by which cash crops the cereal rye will follow. A couple things you want to consider about rye: it can grow very quickly and accumulate a lot of biomass between 3 to 6 feet in height. When it's this big, terminating it, incorporating it takes a couple extra steps. Early termination, however, when it's 12 to 18 inches tall, avoids rye grow back, and it's easier to deal with this small amount of residue than a very tall cover crop. You do want to terminate prior to setting mature seed, as rye seed can become a weed in the following crop. Incorporation of rye can cause a tie-up of nitrogen due to the high carbon to nitrogen ratio. This increases the more mature the rye cover crop gets. Oftentimes, additional nitrogen is added to overcome this tie-up. And the other thing you want to consider is allelopathic effects. So rye, when it's incorporated into the soil, can have an effect on seed germination. So if you're going to seed things like carrots or beets, direct seeded crops, you want to wait about 3 to 4 weeks after incorporating it so the rye can break down in the soil and these allelopathic effects can dissipate. This is a planting chart from this Managing Cover Crops Profitably Handbook. There's a ton of great information in here on cover crop planting, as well as details of all these different cover crop species and their uses and benefits. For most vegetable growers, broadcast seeders are used to spread cover crop seed. And at the broadcast seeding, you're looking to get about 90 to 160 pounds of seed per acre. If you do have a drill, you can lower these seeding rates. You do want to think about seedbed preparation. So cover crops cannot compete with existing weeds. So you want to kill the weeds and prepare the soil prior to planting. You can use a tiller or harrow to lightly prepare the soil. If you're unable to make a finely prepared seed bed, you will want to increase your seeding rates. On small scales, you can use things like a push-type broadcast spreader, belly spreader, like the picture in the bottom where you crank that handle. That can allow you to cover more ground. And then on larger scales, most folks are using a PTO-mounted broadcast spreader on the back of a tractor. The seed should be covered after planting. You can do this with a light pass of a disc or harrow, or you can use a tool like this, which is known as a Cultipacker, which firms the seed bed and can help bury that seed as well. If you have additional questions about rye or other cover crops, feel free to reach out to me. I'm always happy to answer your questions.